Hello, happy Monday. Welcome to Ken Knows Gambling. And it's time for session number 9 of KKG Hybrid Baccarat. What the hell? Yeah, number 9. Now, that being said, I was asked today if I was done with the unicorn. And I said, well, yeah, right this second. But when I do this channel, man, it's like shiny object. I have things that are in my head that I want to do, and then something will happen, and I'll switch gears, and then that gear will lead me to another gear, which leads me to another gear, and then I forget what I was doing originally. It happens. If anybody that has a channel, you know what I'm talking about. But nonetheless, my plan now is to run this till it loses once, which this thing won't go no 90. It won't. It probably won't go 20. I mean, that chop will happen. The whole idea behind this is trying to win more money before it happens. Stuff your envelopes, sort of thing. And I want to run that. And then, because this is the number one strategy, then I'm going to play the retirement plan for a little while. And then my plan as of now, because the unicorn is really close to the retirement plan, but not quite. And then I might run those side by side. That's a plan now, but shit, it could change. Somebody could ask me to do something. I think it's a great idea, and I could go off on another tangent. My whole goal is to educate and entertain. What I think are decent ideas, what people might want to see, but more importantly, what you can benefit from, and then go. Okay? So, remember, all strategies will go down sooner or later. Best bet in all the casino is to never to make the first bet. I had a member of mine ask me, when I get done, and I have Daniel is his name, and he said, well, you got X amount here. Just put that here and then start in the middle of a shoe. Because, sometimes you'll walk up to the table and you're in the middle of a shoe, and that's where you sit down and start. And I could, except when I played Baccarat for the first time, a long time ago, people were questioning whether I was even stacking the fucking shoe. And I'm like, God damn, I don't cheat, man. And so now I have to burn. So I shuffle them either on camera or off camera just to get them set. And then I roll that dice just to, burn cards. So if I was to have tried to cheat, I have to burn a card or 2 or 6. So I just let you know I'm not stacking the deck. All right. So let's go ahead. Burn 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's start. Had a pretty good session. Had a good fuck you bet last time, too. All right, here we go. Let's see here. There's a natural 9 and a 4. We win right off the bat. It's good when you win right off the bat. When you can get into that regression up and pull immediately, that's a good thing. So there's the 100. We regress to 50. We're at $50 profit no matter what. I think the regression is probably the best move in all of gambling. Safest one anyway. All right, there's a 4. And there's a 0. Okay, 4 has to draw. And he gets a 4. That's an 8. He better get an 8 or a 9. And he didn't. Do you remember the rules that I showed you last time? Hopefully you wrote them down. All right, so we win 50. Now we're up and pull. Now we're 75 profit, 75 on the felt. All right. There's a 6. He will not draw no matter what. He's got a 4. Now, let me go back to the rules. Remember, if he was to draw, then the banker rule of the 4 would apply. But he does not draw, therefore he's 0 through 5, he'll draw, just like the player will. All right, so he has to draw because he's not taking a third card. All right, if he was to take a third card, it's just a 6 or 7, and then he would take one. But he don't have to draw, so that can confuse you too. He's not drawing a third, therefore he's hidden. All right, and banker loses. So the player starts on a run, and the cool part could be, can we get to our $300 or more just from the get-go and the player goes on a run? I don't know, but we're up to $100 bet at 125. We actually got 225 if we was to yank it. Not enough to yank yet. But here before too long, a double regression probably be in order if we can make it, but we probably won't. There's a 0 and there's a 6. Now, what's the rule? I just explained it, right? I'm sorry, the other one, it was 2 through 7. I screwed that rule up, but anyway, 6 or 7. 6 or 7 is the only way he draws. That other one was the 4, so that would have been 2 through 7 if he would have drawn. So let me correct that mistake. Now, here we go. So, 0, okay? He only draws on a 6 or 7. Well, that ain't a 6 or 7, so he ain't drawing. So the banker wins that one. Yeah, I had a 4 over here. I explained that like it was a 6, but if he has a 4 and he don't draw, he has to draw. But if he has a 4 and he has to draw, then it's a 2 through 7. Hopefully you wrote all that crap down. All right, so anyway, we lose that. Great. Now we shift gears. We go over to the banker, but this time our new base is 125. Let's see if the banker will go on a little run. Uh-oh. 9 versus 6. No, player loses one and then goes right back to it. So we lose 125. All right, we're going to go up to 2. We're going to go up by 75s now. So we're going to go up to 2. Remember, 125 is our normal base now. Now let's see if it's going to chop us. Oh, shoot. There's a 3 versus a 4. What's the rule? That's a 4. 2 through 7. 2 through 7. We didn't get a 2 through 7. He is not going to hit. Therefore, the banker will win 4 over 3. Another choppy chop. So now we're going to go to 275. Back over to the banker. We're going to go up by 75s. Three versus a natural 9. It's over. Banker wins. All right, he's going to win 275, coming down to 2 on our ladder. And let's see if we can get him in a run. I gotta lick my fingers, man, just to get these out. 4, 1. He has to draw. He's got a 4. He's got to draw anyway. 6. Boom. Banker wins again. 6 over 4. We win $200. Like so. Now we get to come 75 to base. 125. Except our new base now is going to be 150. Okay, 150 is our new base. We start all over, so now we can go into regression or we go into a ladder. One or the other. Okay, so here we go. Uh-oh, there's a 7. There's a 0. He don't draw, he does. And boom, banker gets a beat. All right, we lose. Now we go into the follow the shoe, and we go into a ladder. Remember, you can do a full ladder. That would make 300. You can do 55s, 50s, 70s. You can do any ladder that you want. All right, so we were at 150. We can go by 50s this time. It's a safe number. I did 75s last time. Now we can go by 50s. Here we go. It's all up to you when it comes to that part. There's a natural 9 versus a 0. Player wins. All right, we win 200. And we could come down to 150 and make our new base 175. Or we can just go 1, 2. There's 325. That's it. That's enough. That's enough. You know, I got a $5,600 bankroll. Oh, wait a minute. That ain't enough. Hold on. I got to put my bank back together. Oh, it's not enough. I'm sorry. I have to get my bank together. So, since that was only one hit, I'm going to keep my base at 150. It was only one hit. Very small profit. So I'm not going to go up. I'm going to go ahead and let's see, did we lose that one? I think we have to go over here now. Right? Or did we win that one? No, we didn't win that one, or we would have been in a regression. So we lost, I think. God bless it. I forgot where I'm at, y'all. That's bad. That's bad. I just won that one. I think we're sticking with player. Hell, I can't remember, y'all. Oh, well. There's a natural 8. There's a 7. Good damn thing I stayed with player. All right. There's 150. Yeah, I think I won that one, and then I pulled. That's what I did. That's what I did. I think I'm right. So now we're good to quit. Except, remember, we just won that. So we can go into a regression now, all the way back down to 50. We have 375 now. That's how you play this stupid game. Right here. Knowing what you got. Knowing what you got in your bank, knowing what you got on your profit. Bail on the system. When you're where you could quit. 375, I can quit. 425, I could hit. But now, I can guarantee myself $375 at this point. Reduce that to a $50 and hope that fucker goes into a run. And if he don't, I'm going to walk with 375 and my bank is solid. That's the concept. That's how your brain needs to think all the time. Okay? So here we go. It doesn't matter if I lose this one. It just doesn't. There's a 0 and a 0. Both of them going to take hits. There's a 6. There's a 3. All right, so player wins 50, and now we can just go into an up and pull. We are in such a good position here. No need to get greedy and press. You could, right? You could say, well, I'll take 300. I'll just press. Sometimes it'll do good and sometimes it won't. This way guarantees things, man. I'm into guarantees. Everybody wants strategies that'll guarantee wins. Well, I can't give you that, but I can get you in situations that can guarantee it. Okay? If you listen to me. All right, there's a 7 and there's the natural 9. It's over. Hey, I won a few bucks. All right. There we go. Now, 400 bucks. Life is good. Let's change this. Like so. Let's get our envelopes out. 100 in the bank. 100 in fun. And we can go 200 in excess. All right. Now, if you want to do KKG, fuck, you bet. A subscriber of mine said, well, bet the tie. Tie will pay you 8 to 1. And so you can take a quarter from your pocket. But you maybe, if it's a $50 minimum table, I don't bet ties, and so forgive my ignorance. I don't think you can just bet 25 on a tie. Now, you might be able to bet the 25 on a tie if you're betting your minimum here on player or banker. I'm not sure about that because I don't ever play ties. Never. I'm never even worried about them. But let's just say you can. So we're going to go 25 on a tie as a fuck you bet. Just to see. I'd pay 8 to 1. That'd be nice. And a tie will average 9.5% of the time. Look it up. In a shoe, 9.5%. Almost 10% of the time. 1 in 10, but they only pay you 8 to 1. You see how their math is a little wonky? That's why the house edge, that's their favor. Now, I'm sure, I've never tried to do it. I'm sure people, knowing that an average shoe is like 3 to 5, 4 or so ties in a, 6-deck, 8-deck shoe, 4 ties, that you can do some kind of a negative progression. It get nasty on you, knowing a tie will happen several times in that shoe, and then when it hits, but I ain't doing that. All right, here we go. I'm rambling. There's a 6. We need a 6. And we'll go 8 to 1. All right, this has got to be a 6. It's not. It's a 4. Loser. All right, we lost the tie. All right, there you go. That's session 9 in the books. And again, I'm going to run it till it loses. I don't think it's going to go. I just don't think it'll go like a zillion like the retirement plan did. I just don't think it will. But it could go a ways. Definitely you can make more money than you lose when you get popped. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to share with you or tell you before I let you go. These are already shuffled. I don't know how you guys would think about this. Mix these cards up. These are already shuffled. And, Daniel, you were saying, well, you're half a shoe or whatever. Well, what if I did this? These are all mixed, so they're not in the same order that I just won with. These are already mixed. Put these on top. And now, your idea of sitting down like a half a shoe or something, it would sort of kind of be right, wouldn't it? I'll still burn cards, but there. So that's about back here. This would be like me continuing, like your suggestion, sort of, kind of. Do that like every other one and then do the whole shuffle. I don't know. As long as they're mixed up, I don't give a shit. Right? All right, there you go, y'all. Another successful I can't fucking say session anymore. Another session, successful. The KKG hybrid, the best Baccarat strategy and the best casino game in the house. Boy, that's arrogance, isn't it? But I believe it. I believe it. Or you could go to other sites, pay the man, and he'll give you several great strategies that you can purchase. Here at KKG, it's all free. So, hey, if you want to be a member, though, you can. I got 3 levels. I think $2.99, like $14, and then a $50, $49. And if you talk to anybody, I got 2 platinum members, the $50 levels. What they get for that is one-on-ones. They get private messages from me. They get lives like Google Meets where we can have live chats. They can ask me questions. I'll do private videos just to answer their questions. So they really have access to me. I have talked to some of them at 2 and 3 in the morning because, like my mate in Australia, when it's 3 in the morning here, it's like 6 let's see, 3 in the morning, it's like 6 in the afternoon his time. But that's what I do. And really, the gold membership of 14 will give you everything, I think, but lives. I'll do videos for you privately. Anyway, I think it's worth it. I'm rambling. But I do have membership available, and then the $3 membership. At least you can get I'll do a monthly newsletter for you, for everybody. And I just put mine out early for December. So it's out. I usually do it in the community tab. That's where I'll put a link to it. So anybody that wants to open it can open it. I think that's it, man. That's my commercial for the day. Hell, I think I'm worth a membership. I really, really do. How's that for ego? But hey, it's okay if you don't. Life is good either way. It's not all about the money. But come on. If I do something at 3 in the morning for you, it's got to be worth something, right? Anyway, that's it. I digress. Until the next time, be great. See you. Bye.